6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Commanders trot to the field for their first possession, and it's the 7th-year quarterback out of North Dakota State leading the way. His third NFL team, Carson Wentz. They run with the Alabama rookie. That's Brian Robinson. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. 5 yards on the game's first play. Second down. This defense for the Bears, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They give him 16 yards there, and it's a Washington first down. To throw, it's Wentz. Flushed out right, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Dominique Robinson in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. Second down and a run by Robinson. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Right where this setup down started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Now Wentz on third down. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 35. A gain of 22. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And the second team of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys that have a little extra pep in their step, you go to them early and often.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Dancing to his left. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the first down.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback, and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a first down.
The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. This one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Here's Wentz to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. And it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Sly able to put this one through. And the Commanders get out to a 3-0 lead. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, They just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Now here come the Bears, and at the helm is someone that they have a lot of hopes for leading this franchise. The 11th pick in 2021 out of Ohio State, Justin Fields.
And the guys on the other side of the ball know they'll have to be on their toes. And it's obviously not just the passing, but the running element that makes him dangerous. He ran for over 100 yards in that game last week, so keeping him contained will be a big emphasis for this defense.
And he'll be run down right at the 30 here. 4 yards the pickup, first down. The Bears at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. And they coming on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And they were able to tough it out last week, a close one-score game. And those are the kind of wins that pull you together as a team because everyone gains confidence and they feel like they can continue to get better.
On second down, Montgomery. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 42. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards. From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now a give running right is Montgomery. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Keep pounding here with Montgomery. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. Back to throw. Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 4th down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will tie us at 3-3. So that, Charles, all season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Time again to see Terry McLaurin in the Washington offense. He's well on his way to a 1,000-yard season, maybe on pace to just tear past that, Charles. Defensively, they need to pay a little bit more attention to it.
Yeah, I think so, because remember, throwing the football, that can shred a defense quicker than anything else because as soon as the catch is made, he still has the ability to, yards after catch, get downfield, gain even more, score touchdowns, all of that. This is going to be a lot of fun to watch as this progresses, to see how they defend him and how he changes up his game in order to try and keep getting open.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Washington on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Wentz. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards, the final tally. Robinson up the middle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right out and right up the middle.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wentz, and Thomas has it. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 44 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent game and first down. Simply put, you've got to put up more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
Robinson sidestepping his way into the end zone. It's a touchdown. Well, wherever he is on the field, he is certainly slippery with a football in his hands, and he proved it right there.
And normally moves like that aren't supposed to work this deep in the red zone because there's not enough space. Normally way more effective when you're working out in the open field. But here, incredible shiftiness, excellent contact balance, and he works his way into the end zone.
Khalil Herbert to return it from his end zone. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that. On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels. And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
And he is going to lose yardage here. How about Jonathan Allen there pushing upfield to make the stop behind the line? So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Meanwhile, Fields' throw complete here to Kmet. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Commanders' offense set to take over. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson.
Parker, I think this one won't arrive very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
The drive will start with an option going left. And he goes down at 6. A pickup of 13, and that last play began at the 13. First down. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. On 1st down, Fields. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it up. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And oh, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down. And this will be off the right upright, but he makes it in. A high degree of difficulty there, but he gets it to go. And that'll bring him back within 4. So he needed a little assist from his friend the right upright, but 3 points all the same.
Yeah, he's a right-footed kicker. Normally, you don't mess with the right upright as a right-footed kicker, right? You're trying to bring it back right to left. But in this case, he got the assist. Right was right.
Brian Robinson Jr. making his way back onto the field. And it may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now Wentz. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-up.
And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Jaquan Brisker, and the Bears are going to take possession of the football.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering, and now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. And he's going to be down at the 35, gain of 7. From the 35 on 2nd down, Fields. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Darnell Mooney, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that gives him a 3-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. To risk anything here late in the half, will just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The Commanders going to use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Wentz now on 1st down. Targeting Thomas on the out route, making the catch. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29. On 1st down, Wentz. Wentz is intercepted yet again. Picked up by Chandler Johnson. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the 3rd quarter. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. So here are the Bears to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Highly contested in the third quarter.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
I'll tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is caught. A huge play there for Chicago. 52 yards after the big play. A chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Fields going to hold on to it.
And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Kept it in his hands and tried to push it across the goal line himself, but the defensive front wouldn't allow him to do so, bringing up 2nd down and a bit farther.
Montgomery going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Fields now to throw.
Touchdown, Bears. Kendrick Bourne, a 5-yard touchdown.
And the Bears take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Santos now to add the PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. That time a 6-play drive.
And it was Kendrick Bourne who was able to cap things off with a touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. First chance for the Commanders offense now as they head out for their opening series of the second half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It's going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it leads to a 3rd down.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game, and I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
Slings this deep from McLaurin. And got his man complete.
And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback?
So a little extra on top of the big play there.
It's tough for guys rushing the passer, but you have to know when the ball is gone. And if you listen, officials will tell you ball's gone. He didn't pull up.
And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Now they'll throw it. Wentz.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Commanders have got it back to within a score. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead is down to a field goal. So that drive of 4 plays.
And it's finished off by a Terry McLaurin touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And he's got some space here.
And this will be a Bears first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery.
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 69 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41.
The Field's going to take this himself.
The 20. 5 touchdown, Chicago. So a design run all the way, and he took it the distance. I don't know that anybody saw that coming.
Well, on this play, how about the vision of him, being able to see the open field, make his move, and get there. Oftentimes, defenses have a spy for the quarterback position to try and take care of it. On that play, if they did, it certainly
He's
didn't work.
lost.
Yeah, there's no doubt.
Now the point after try for Santos. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards.
And it was all capped off by the Justin Fields touchdown run. He took it in himself.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. And the Washington offense heading out. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up.
Man, complete.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Holding offense.
They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually got to pick up a holding call.
Wentz now to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Partner guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Here's Tress Way now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. On the return is Pettis. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7 though on the return, and the Bears take over. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. And he'll take this ahead for about 4, 2nd down coming up.
Well, that kind of run on 1st down, that's a winning type of a run. That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin the drive.
Play action. It's Fields. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. Here's Fields. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to make it 4th down. For it, Montgomery. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. Now, during that run, an injury here. We've got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Fields going to hold on to it. Oh, able to avoid it. On a nice burst there. Take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. Here's Fields. And this one's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21.
85 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. Nifty move. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more. To put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll run with Montgomery. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago.
David Montgomery, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Bears are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage.
Santos now to add the PAT. And that'll make
David Montgomery's touchdown run that polished it all off. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Wentz bringing the Commanders out for 1st and 10.
At their own 21. Now Wentz.
Open man downfield is Sims. He's got it.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 36 yards on the play.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Throwing now is Wentz. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Angelo Blackson able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
So a nice bounce back there defensively after giving up the big play.
Yeah, you can either get down on yourself or you can get motivated. And that time, they dropped him for a loss. So I would say that they got motivated and made the play.
Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. First down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Steps away to his left.
He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield.
And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down.
And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
Now Wentz, gotta have this one.
Completes it to Samuel. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. So after the conversion on 4th, here's 1st and 10 just outside of the red zone.
Working from the gun, Wentz. This is caught.
Touchdown, Washington. Cam Sims,
His first touchdown on the year.
and the Commanders have got it back to a two-score game here in the fourth. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead is trimmed down to 10. That drive goes 80 yards in 6 plays. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field.
Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Ball up to the 10. Here's the option going right. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
To throw is Fields.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteeing he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Fielded just inside the 30. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sims. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wentz.
The throw taken in by Sims.
His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down. Wentz. And this one is incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wentz, and Thomas has it.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back.
They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Wentz to throw again. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Sims. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Wentz to throw.
Throw right side taken in by Gibson.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown! Terry McLaurin, his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Commanders have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Important extra point up and through. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
Over prior to this upcoming second down play.
And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
Now an option play on second down.
He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down.
126 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee.
This was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
But, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure